Assalamu alaikum. This is Aslam Mirza. The present time of challenges in new normal is essentially demanding to look into the safety and growth of organizations to move in strategic directions. I'm basically practitioner of strategic project management, helping business houses to move in strategic directions. And in that respect, my exposure and my learnings and my insightful experience is really there to help out the business houses to move in strategic directions. The strategic direction movement essentially requires creativity and innovation, and without dealing with that, the organizations cannot move in the right directions. In that view, the present challenges of new normal are demanding organizations to move out from the survival mode, which has been there for last couple of 2 years. So that requirement has got to be dealt with effectively. Without doing that, it will be rather difficult to come out from the mesmerizing trend of fear and mesmerizing trend of keeping in reactive mode. With the reactive mode, you will appreciate that organizations cannot go for creativity and go for innovation, which is the basic requirement, basic ingredient for moving in strategic directions. Because whatever strategy you have, you need to come up with the new approach, the satisfaction of the customers is met with the ideas and exploring the out-of-box thinking. So for that purpose, businesses are required to move with innovation and creativity, and for that, organizations are required to move out from reactive mode. For that, the mesmerizing trend is the most pulling factor, which really makes every team member to remain in that mesmerized trend. So that is the basic requirement that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be tracked and worked out most effectively to move out from that trend. Because once the organizations are moved from the reactive mode to the proactive mode, then only it will be possible for the organizations to help team members to go for thinking out of the box, and that is the basic requirements to satisfy the need and expectation of the customer. This really essentially needs to follow a well-defined model which is really necessary to help organizations to go for thriving in business. And for that purpose, the initial stage is the surviving mode, which needs to be dealt with to move out and rethink and reimagine the structure of the organizations to create conducive environment which is helpful for meeting the needs and expectation of the customer. Then in that perspective, the team members are required to acquire the resiliency, and that happens only when the networking and a community approach is developed in the organizations, and that will help to move with the excellence in resiliency that will move up to thriving. So that is the really basic needs that needs help, that needs to be adapted, that needs to be helped, and businesses are required to move with that direction. And I'm going to provide you my experience and my exposure in this perspective in a repetitive clips like this. Thank you very much for giving time to listen to me.